Imagine going to the doctor with a small cough. He smiles. He pulls out his miracle cure. He says, "Trust me." 3 hours later, you are dead. And the doctor is still smiling, because he truly believed he was saving your life. This is not fiction. For thousands of years, the smartest doctors on earth killed millions of patients with treatments they were absolutely certain would work. Today, you will meet 5 of them. And by the end of this video, you will be very, very glad you were not born in their time. Number 5. The man who drank vomit. Philadelphia, 1804. A medical student named Stubbins Firth has a theory. He believes yellow fever is not contagious, and he is going to prove it. By doing something so disgusting, you will not believe a human being actually did this. He collects vomit from dying patients. Black, bloody, full of disease. He cuts open his own arms. He pours the vomit into the wounds. He drips it into his eyes. He breathes the steam from boiling it. And then he drinks it. Glass after glass. Pure, fresh, infected vomit. Straight from dying patients. For 2 entire years. He never gets sick. Not once. He publishes his findings. The medical community celebrates him. Hospitals stop isolating yellow fever patients. The disease spreads everywhere. Tens of thousands die. But here is the twist. Firth was catastrophically wrong. Yellow fever is contagious. It just does not spread through vomit. It spreads through mosquitoes. The reason he never got sick was pure, dumb luck. None of the mosquitoes in his lab happened to be infected. He drank vomit for 2 years, for nothing. And his confident, completely wrong answer killed thousands. Number 4, the dentist who killed himself with his own miracle. Before 1844, surgery was the worst experience a human could endure. Patients were tied down and cut open while fully awake. The screams could be heard for blocks. Many died not from the surgery, but from the shock of the pain. Horace Wells changed everything. He discovered that breathing a gas called nitrous oxide made patients feel nothing. He invented anesthesia, the greatest medical breakthrough in human history. But when he tried to demonstrate it in front of the Boston elite, disaster struck. He gave the patient too little gas. The patient screamed. The doctors called him a fraud. They drove him out of the city. Wells became obsessed with proving he was right. He started experimenting on himself. Chloroform, ether, day after day. The chemicals destroyed his mind. He became paranoid. He started hallucinating. One night, high on chloroform, he ran into the street and threw acid on 2 women. He was arrested, thrown in jail. When he came back to his senses and realized what he had done, he could not live with the shame. In his cell, he inhaled 1 final dose of chloroform. While the gas numbed his body, he cut open his own leg, and he bled to death, painlessly. He invented the cure for pain, and he used it to die. Just days after his death, the world finally recognized him as the true inventor of anesthesia. He never knew. Number 3, the man with the ice pick. 1946. America's mental hospitals are overflowing, and Dr. Walter Freeman has a solution. It is called the transorbital lobotomy, and it works like this. He takes a metal ice pick. He inserts it through the patient's eye socket. He hammers it into their brain. He moves it back and forth, scrambling the front of their brain into mush. The whole thing takes 10 minutes. No anesthesia. The patient walks out the same day. And it seems to work. Violent patients become calm. Depressed patients stop crying. They also stop everything else. They stop having personalities. They stop being people. Freeman becomes a celebrity. He drives across America in his lobotomobile, performing surgeries in motel rooms with unsterile equipment. He performs over 3,500 lobotomies. 40% of his patients are left as vegetables. He lobotomizes children as young as 4. He lobotomizes a 12-year-old boy for being too energetic. And then he lobotomizes Rosemary Kennedy, the sister of the future president, a vibrant, intelligent young woman. After Freeman is done with her, she cannot speak. She cannot walk. She spends the rest of her life being fed through a tube. He killed thousands of personalities, and for decades, he was celebrated as a hero. Number 2. The Vampire Scientist. Soviet Russia, 1924. Dr. Alexander Bogdanov believes he has discovered the secret to eternal youth, and his miracle treatment is taking blood from young people and pumping it into his own veins. He believes it will create a master race of immortal Soviet citizens. He experiments on himself 11 times. He claims he can feel his hair becoming thicker, his mind sharper, his body younger. But Bogdanov has made one fatal mistake. He does not understand blood types. He believes all human blood is the same. In 1928, he performs his 12th transfusion. He takes blood from a young student suffering from malaria and tuberculosis. He pumps it into his own veins. Within hours, his body attacks itself. His kidneys shut down. His lungs fill with fluid. His skin turns yellow. He dies in agony, surrounded by his own students, who watch in horror as the man who promised them immortality drowns in his own blood. And here is the worst part. The student who donated the blood made a full recovery. Number 1. The man who was right and was destroyed for it. Vienna, 1847. Inside Europe's largest maternity hospital, women are dying by the hundreds. Healthy, young women come in to give birth. Within days, they die screaming. The doctors have no idea what is killing them. But one young doctor notices something. Women treated by midwives rarely die. Women treated by doctors die in massive numbers. Why? Ignaz Semmelweis investigates, and he sees it. Every morning, the doctors perform autopsies on corpses. They cut open dead bodies with their bare hands. Then, without washing, they walk directly to the maternity ward, and they deliver babies. Semmelweis orders all doctors to wash their hands with chlorine. The result is instant. Death rates drop from 18% to less than 2%. He has just saved thousands of lives. But the other doctors are furious. How dare this young man suggest that their hands, the hands of gentlemen, could be dirty? They reject him. They mock him. They fire him. The stress destroys his mind. His own colleagues lock him in an insane asylum. Inside the asylum, the guards beat him. His wounds become infected, and he dies from the exact same bacterial infection that he had spent his entire life trying to prevent. He was right. Everyone else was wrong, and it cost him everything. So now you know. 5 doctors, thousands of dead patients. But here is the question that should keep you up tonight. Right now, today, there are doctors prescribing medicines, recommending procedures that 100 years from now will sound exactly as insane as drinking yellow fever vomit or hammering ice picks through eye sockets. We just do not know which ones yet. Be careful out there. And if you survived this video, subscribe. Because next time, we are looking at the surgeons who operated on themselves and lived to regret every single second of it.